Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy and I'm glad you're here. If you haven't already, please take a second and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also make sure you're hitting the little bell, which is the notification button, so you'll know every time I upload new content. And also consider leaving me a comment or liking my video so I know if you're enjoying it. So today's video is a yoga sequence which is focused on opening up the heart and the chest. And this practice is meant to counteract some of the things that happen to us throughout the week when we're working. A lot of people spend a lot of time sitting at a desk or sitting in front of a computer or working in front of us, and it tends to cause some constriction in the front of our bodies, and we may even start to hunch over time. Maybe even driving in your car, you may start to feel your shoulders come up closer to your ears. And so we want to be able to do movements throughout our day and in our yoga practice that can help to counterbalance that. So these will focus on opening up the chest, shining the heart forward, and really just getting the front of the body open back up, and hopefully start to counteract any of the muscle soreness that you might be feeling either in your upper back or your lower back. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.
Begin by sitting on your mat in an easy cross-legged pose. Hands can be gently resting on your knees or on the floor. Spine is straight and shoulders are down. Take a few cleansing breaths. Begin slowly rolling your shoulders up and back and down to gently get warmed up. Aligning your breath with your movement, begin some gentle head rolls. Taking your nose and drawing an imaginary circle in the sky. Taking chin down to your chest, head toward your shoulder, face toward the ceiling. Gently making these circles on one side. Aligning your inhale and exhale with your circles. And when you're ready, take the same circles moving in the opposite direction. On an inhale, take your left hand down to the mat beside you. Bring your right arm overhead, creating an arc from your right hip all the way up to the right fingertips. Keep the right hip down to the floor. Keep your head neutral. And because this is a heart-opening sequence, put your attention on your heart and your chest and imagine it shining forward, and make any micro movements that allow this to happen for you. And slowly take the same stretch to the opposite side, right arm or right hand down to the floor, left hand overhead, left hip pushed down toward the ground. Heart is shining forward. Gently rise up to seated position, sitting on top of your shins. We're going to do a bit of a modified cat-cow pose. So instead of tabletop, stay in this position and really create some fluid movements, aligning them with your breath. Inhale, arms and shoulders and head back. Exhale, arms forward, scoop the chest. Take the movement and create a flow that aligns with your inhales and exhales, opening the chest. And you can get creative here, creating circles. You can keep your hands on your knees, move back and forth, keeping that alignment with your inhales and exhales in your own time. This is just a way of getting the whole body warmed up. before we get into some more intense moves. Unfold your legs and bring them straight out in front of you into a seated staff pose. Your legs are engaged here and toes are facing toward the sky. Back is straight. Heart is shining forward. And to create more stability or support, you can bring your hands on the floor right behind your butt. Heel of your hands pushed right up behind you. Look toward the sky for a small warm-up back bend. Again, you should feel your chest shining up toward the sky. Keeping your left leg straight. Bend your right leg, right foot on the floor next to your thigh. On an inhale, right hand is planted. Gently twist toward your left side, bringing your left arm down, wedging it behind your right knee. Keeping spine straight, look over your right shoulder. Your straightened knee stays strong here. And as you breathe, again, focus on the feeling of your heart shining forward and staying open. And whenever you exhale, let go of any tension that you may be holding. Now switch sides. Right foot is straight. Left foot and left hand are planted. Inhale, right arm comes up. Twist to the left side, and right arm is wedged behind your left knee. Spine is straight. Look gently past your left shoulder and breathe here. Gently untwist and rise up so that your knees are planted and fingers are wide on the mat. And keeping your hips high, extend your hands out in front of you, opening your heart and chest toward the floor. Your head can be resting on the mat. And breathe in and out here. On your inhale, gently walk your hands over toward the left side of your mat. Again, using your exhale to let go of any tension that you might be feeling in your chest, shoulders, upper back. And on an inhale, walk your hands toward the right side of the mat, keeping the chest open toward the floor. Head is resting. Come back to your tabletop position. Curl the toes under and move back into your downward facing dog position. Fingers are wide. Hips are high and shoulders are pulled back away from the ears. Pedal your feet if it feels good. And from your down dog, step your left foot to the front of the mat between your hands. Keep your fingers on the floor for some stability and bring your right knee to the floor. Take your hands and clasp them behind you. And open your chest and your rib cage and your torso forward. And breathe for several cycles here, keeping that front leg strong and tracking forward. And gently taking your head back and your gaze up toward the ceiling. And if this is too much of a challenge for you, absolutely keep your gaze looking forward at the wall in front of you instead. Bring your hands back. Take that left foot back into your down dog. And breathe here. On an inhale, we're taking the same thing to the other side. Right foot comes up to the top of your mat between your hands. Bring your left knee down to the floor. Get yourself stable. Clasp your hands behind your body and shine the heart forward. Gaze is up and back as you breathe here. Focus on the softening occurring in your heart and your chest. Breathe in and out. Again, if this is too intense for you, you can also bring your hands to your lower back to provide some additional support instead of clasping your hands behind you. Find a position that feels good to you, that allows you to breathe. Gently come back, plant the hands down. Take the front foot back into your down dog. Again, step the left foot forward into your high lunge. Now come back into a simple child's pose. Arms can stay in front of you or stretched out behind you on the floor. And gently breathe. Okay, come back up, curl your toes under, hips back into down dog. Again, left foot comes forward. This time you're going to leave your left foot straight to a high runner's lunge. If this is too much for you, you may take your knee down to the floor like last time. That's totally fine. Again, clasp the hands behind you. Shine the heart forward. Gaze is up in front of you or toward the ceiling, depending on your position or how you're feeling. Keep the front knee tracking forward and strong. And breathe. Gently hands back down. Go into your down dog. Again, switch sides. Right foot forward into your high lunge. Arms clasped behind your body. Heart shines forward. Hands come back down to the mat. Back into down dog. And down into your child's pose. Take one last rest before our final cycle of lunges. Hands can rest beside you or in front of you. Back up into our down dog. On an inhale, take the left foot forward back into the lunge position. And this time, you can either keep your right hand planted on the floor next to your foot, or if you'd like to use a block, you can use a block. It's not required. Either way, rotate your body gently toward the left, keeping the left leg strong, left arm toward the ceiling. Remember, if the leg up is too intense, you can bring the right knee down to the floor. And for a little bit of an extra chest opener, rotate the left arm back around your body until it's resting on the outside of your left hip. And breathe. Gently untwist. Take the left arm back to the floor next to your foot and go back into your down dog. On an inhale, right foot comes forward into your high lunge.